So I grew up around muscle cars, and then in the late 90s, early 2000s, I hung around a lot of the import tuner gigs, and they all had the Civics with the intakes and exhaust, and they were just having a lot of fun. And so that was kind of the inspiration behind the car, was to blend traditional hot rodding and import tuning together and kind of have the best of both worlds. That way I can go hang out with the Honda guys, and then at the same time I can go cruising with the hot rodders like we see tonight.
Nice, love it.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm Josh from Grey Duck Customs. That's my Honda rod over there. The car kind of came to fruition, I don't know, 15 years ago or so, and I started acquiring parts and ended up getting a donor Del Sol, cut the car at the firewall, so I moved everything that was a normal Del Sol to the rear of the car. So all the rear strut towers, sub-assemblies, drivetrain is all out of a front wheel drive area of a Del Sol. The chassis rails are a 37 Ford in the front of it, and then everything's connected with 1.5 or 1 5/8 inch and 2 inch square tube, just kind of connect the two chassis. So the front end was built from scratch. The body was carved from styrofoam and laid fiberglass over it, knocked it down, put some primer on it, and that's about it. So it's got a 5-speed transmission on it, 7,200 RPM redline, and it's fun as hell.
Awesome, man.
The car took about a year to build. I did it in a 2-car garage, nothing fancy, have, you know, chop saw welders, stuff like that. But I used a lot of, you know, just ingenuity in terms of building it. Whatever I could come up with, whatever I could kind of get together and make it work is what we did. So the shifter in the car is actually out of a MR2, and that was hooked up for a cable setup. But I robbed the Del Sol steering column, I robbed the Del Sol seats and the gauges, and kind of just made everything work as best I could. So I tried to keep it as much on a budget as possible because it is a prototype, and I wanted to get the car tested, make sure it was road safe and stuff like that before I start throwing a lot of power at it. So I will have intentions of throwing a turbo kit on it, no worries on that. Just wanted to make sure the car is roadworthy and safe first before I did that. And it's great, it's been nothing but fun. This engine is the Japanese D15B VTEC, which puts out about 130 horse at 7,200 RPM. It's mated to a Japanese D17 transmission, which is a 5-speed close ratio gearbox. It's got 4.4 to 1 final drive ratio to move these big tires that I got. Yeah, it's smiles per mile.
Awesome, man. Anything else you want to share about the car?
It's been a whole lot of fun. Go build something cool. Don't be scared to build something.
Right on, man. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you. Don't be scared to build something.